Welcome to the 15 foil balayage. This doesn't only work on just level 8 hair, it can work on any color of hair and any style of hair. So I'm going to show you how I did it. My client has virgin level 8 hair, it's never been colored, never been processed, and she wants a soft balayage with lots of blonding in the front. So today I've mixed up Blonde Me with 20 volume, and I'm going to start by taking her hair into a horseshoe shaped section, and I'm going to split it down the back, and this is going to be my entire first section. And I know it looks really big, but that's okay, it's part of the 15 foil process. I'm gonna hold down pretty far into the hair and then start very gently back combing up all those shorter loose hairs up into the top and keep it out of my way. The reason why this works with only 15 foils, and because I'm taking such large sections, is that I'm doing more than one method of blending. And the most important thing that you can do here is to be patient with each of your pieces and not rush anything, because the blending is going to be immaculate if you do it right. And if you do it wrong, you're going to see big chunks and patches. So the way that I'm perfecting my blending here is to do back combing and to do quite a lot of it. And then also to use my painter brush and my paddle together rather than to put directly onto a foil. Because when I find that I'm doing highlights or balayage directly onto a foil, I'm not getting the softer blend that I need from a balayage service. It's more of a highlight service to me. And also to keep in mind that wherever you have your paddle, you have better saturation. And wherever the edge of that paddle is going to be where that full saturation ends. So make sure not to have your paddle up too high if you don't want the blending to come up super high or the saturation to come up super high. Have your paddle down low if you want to have a more subtle and soft looking balayage. So I've done this on both sides, but I'm not going to show you the other side because it's exactly the same. So we have 2 foils in now of our 15, and I'm going to connect those 2 foils in the back, but I'm also going to keep the back quite subtle with this balayage because we want to have our blonde impact at the front and we still want a lot of dimension at the back, because this client of mine wants to do a balayage once per year. So she gets to have something that's very low maintenance, but to still have an impact, and it's going to grow out extremely soft, and it's going to take a long time before anybody says, hey, you need to get your hair done. For this section here, I have dropped out a large chunk and backcombed quite a lot. I'm also making sure to paint in a V shape so that I don't have a straight across looking block in this piece here. And what that's creating is it's creating that depth of shadow underneath where I've dropped the hair and a lot of softness in those ends. It's just creating really soft blonde balayage ends. Also make sure to always check every single piece underneath as you're blending too, because that's where you can get little spots and stripes in the hair. My next piece is still going to be in the back, and it's just a little bit wider and it is a little bit thinner. And when you take a thinner piece, you're going to get more blonding power out of it. If you take a thicker piece, you're going to get more of a subtle look out of it. So I am taking a thinner piece here, and I have just weaved out a little bit of the hair so that we have a little bit of dimension, not a ton. And then I am vigorously brushing upwards. Again, the ends of the hair are super saturated, but I'm staying pretty far from her scalp because I don't want to have any hard lines or any root grow out. Then I'm going to be taking one on either side. So we currently have 4 foils in. I'm putting in my 5th, and I am over directing forward because I want to have that soft natural waterfall flow of the blonding in her hair. And I'm going pretty high up towards the face here. I'm going quite close up to the root and then folding it in. Now I have my front pieces. I have just stitched out the very front baby hairs, and I'm giving them all like a standard foil with a little bit of blend at the top, no back combing here. And what I'm doing with the front is I'm giving her quite a bold money piece, but it's still going to be very blended. So this first piece is a stitch with no back combing, and the second piece is going to be also a stitch with no back combing, but I'm still going to blend it just a little bit further away from the root than the first one was. And then the piece after that, I'm going to hold up and I'm going to back comb quite vigorously because we're creating that super blonde to more of a blended blonde towards the back. So this is how you connect a money piece to the rest of the hair, is you take that last piece of your money piece and you back comb and you do a stitch or a weave. And then you make sure to give it a very soft blend. Don't go super high up to the root, but this one's still going to be more condensed than that area behind the money piece. But this is the big connector here. I'm so sorry I got in the way for all of that, but here is the forward facing piece from my top mohawk section. I am making it quite thin, so it has a lot of blonding in it, but I've backcombed like crazy and I still have some drops coming out. And my plan here is to have this front piece be more blonde than what's going to be at the very back. I'm going to have it go from progressively more and more blonde around the face to less blonde around the apex crown of the head. So here is going to be my sectioning for my last few pieces. They're all going to be very big, thick, gigantic sections, and I'm going to really be utilizing my weaving and then my back combing. And I would do my weave before I do my back comb so that your back combing is a little easier. And I'm going to be keeping pretty far away from those roots because again, I don't want to have any lines, I don't want to see anything, and I want just something subtle. So if you have any other hair color than a level 8 blonde, you can still do this. This has nothing to do with my formulation for my bleach. It all has to do with my pattern and my application. So this can be done on all types of hair. You'll get a very soft result everywhere except for around the face where you'll get a little bit more of a money piece and a bolder result. You can also customize around the money piece too. If you don't want to have a super bold money piece, then you can do some weave outs instead of just slices that are back to back like what I did with my first bit. Here is what it looks like when it is pulled out. It looks like a giant bird's nest, but you can already see the dimension. Here it is at the chair, uncombed out, undetangled, and here it is detangled. There is such a big difference between tangly and detangled because you can't see anywhere where any of those highlights start. You can just see a soft blend from a deep blonde to a light blonde. My toner formula today was Igora Vibrance 957 and 6 volume, which is a gold copper because she wanted to stay at a really golden, weedy, bright blonde. We didn't want any ash because her natural color is quite warm. And here it is quickly blow dried. I still have yet to show you guys what it looks like styled. But even just blow dried and straight, this hair looks beautifully blended and she still has that soft, bold money piece. I'm so happy with this and I don't even think I have wishes for this appointment. Here it is for the full styling today. You can see that it's just a really gentle, soft balayage, and I'm definitely going to be utilizing this pattern on more of my clients. Around the face, look at her pretty face. Around the face, it's got that super blonde impact, and she gets to feel as blonde as she wants to be, but she still gets to keep her beautiful hair like her mother wants her to. So I think that this is a great compromise for anybody who wants to get their first blonding service done at the salon, and their mom is always a little bit, apprehensive of getting all that hair colored. Anyways, what did you guys think? I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to like and subscribe to support my channel, and I will see you guys with the next one. Have a great day.